First, we'll hear from the ABC's veteran election analyst, Antony Green, who joins me now from our Parliament House studio in Canberra. Antony, can you just update the latest situation as you see it?
Well, there's 150 seats in the House of Representatives, and Labor has 72 definite. The Coalition have 72 definite. The Greens have 1 seat. We have the 3 independents who are about to interview re-elected. So that gets us up to 148 seats. The last 2 seats in doubt are Denison in Tasmania, where Andrew Wilkie, I think, will win the seat, but potentially Labor could win. There's a lot of preference counting to come. The last seat I haven't mentioned is Hasluck in Western Australia. Labor is ahead by Labor is behind by less than 400 votes, fewer than 400 votes. And that can be turned around on the votes that remain to be counted. If Labor wins Hasluck, they have 73 seats. If the Coalition win Hasluck, they have 73, including Tony Crook from Western Australia. And if they can get the support of the 3 gentlemen you're about to interview, that would give the Coalition and the Independents 76 seats, appoint a Speaker and govern. If the Coalition doesn't win Hasluck, they have 72 seats, and it's very hard for them to get to 76. They would probably end up with just a evenly divided parliament. So I think the whole election hangs on what the result is in Hasluck. OK, so how long is it going to take, do you think, before that picture will become clearer? Well, what's happened so far is all the votes on election night have been counted, and they've all been recounted in the returning officer's office today to ensure a line can be put under the election night counting. What is to come is the postal votes, which are coming in from around the world, from the country, from interstate, and from just homes in the electorate. Also to come are the absent votes, where people are outside of their electorate on the day, and also the smaller number of provisional votes, which were cast in polling booths. Those all come back in envelopes, and what has to happen is the scrutineers will watch every one of those votes, and I'm certain in Hasluck there will be dozens and dozens of scrutineers watching this process. They will check the details on the outside of the envelope first. Then if they are correct and in line with the electoral roll and with other records of people voting, those envelopes will then be opened and the ballot paper placed away somewhere to be counted later. So that process will probably be done by the end of next week, but there is the cut-off date for postals goes into the following week, which is in 10 days' time. If Hasluck goes right down to the wire, then we'll be waiting a week and a half to know the result in Hasluck.
Now, when you say the end of next week, I suspect you mean the end of this week. I'm assuming Sunday is the start of the week.
Well, by Friday coming, most of the votes will be counted, but I think it's Tuesday the following week, which is the final cut-off of postals. So there'll be a small number still coming in very late. Then there'll be disputes over formality of ballot papers, whether certain declaration votes should be included in the count. This is the normal process that occurs. Now, there's one other step that will have to happen at the end of this. There's been a lot of talk about who gets the majority of the 2-party preferred vote as well. We won't know that by in a fortnight. That there are seats like Melbourne, like Denison, like the seats held by the 3 independents, which were not 2-party contests. We don't have a national 2-party preferred figure tonight, and we won't do for at least 2 weeks, I suspect. So if anyone's going on what the 2-party preferred figure is to try and break this deadlock, if the seats are deadlock, is we won't have a figure for that either. So this is by far, clearly the closest election result we've seen in Australian history.
That's a good note to end on, Antony, and to take us into our next discussion. Thanks for that.
Thank you.